Hello, and welcome back to Ask Alan About Low Carb Cocktails. This is the final, for now, in the series of Cigar Blend Whiskeys, and I saved what should be the best for last. This is the Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend. This may be considered the original or best one for the last several years. Different years have been rated better or worse. I don't know, this one was probably a 2024, but it's one that I wanted to have and I wanted to try. Wanted to also do a cocktail that they actually have on their website. So we will review this and review a great cocktail with it. So stay with me as we review this Cigar Blend bourbon and do a great cocktail with it. Hello and welcome back to Ask Alan About Low Carb Cocktails. This week we are doing the final review of cigar blends, at least for now, until I run into some that I really have to get a hold of and try some more. But this is of the 5 that I had. This is the one I wanted to do last because Joseph Magnus is one that everybody says is great. When you look for this, definitely don't overpay. It's something that people will try to get you to spend well over $200 for, but you should be able to get it for less, and I was able to get it for less. So make sure you shop smart and don't buy into all the people who are trying to get you to pay much, much more on secondary. But this one, if you're going to get a cigar blend, it may be one of the ones that you want to get. But we'll see. I'm going to try this and see what we think. So this is a 57.39 ABV, 114.78 proof. And again, I looked at this for a while because people wanted a lot more money than I wanted to pay, but finally found one that was at a reasonable price. I was able to get that. So we will see what we think. Pretty good smell on this, pretty good odor. It's definitely has the tobacco, but also it's got like a dark fruit smell to it. A little bit of a coffee odor. Spicy, a little bit of vanilla. A leathery smell, and some citrus. Almost like, not citrus peel, but more like zest. So let's see what it tastes like. So on the palate. It's a little bit stronger than some of the other ones. It's definitely got that tobacco taste, and it also has that more of a little bit of a fruity, dark fruit taste. Definitely, it's quite leathery. A little bit of caramel or toffee. Some hints of oak, spices, maybe cloves, a small amount of like a dark chocolate. The finish on this, it does have a long finish. You continue to taste the more of the tobacco taste, dark chocolate taste, leather and spices and oak are all in there. So most of the things you get on the palate do prolong because it does have quite a long finish on this. So definitely it's pretty good. Now, of the other ones that I've had, this is in there amongst the top, but others are really good too and not as expensive as this. And this is just the one that on secondary, they're going to try to make you spend a lot of money. So don't do that. Make sure you get a good price on it. It's definitely worth trying, worth having to try, but so are all the other ones. So let's make a cocktail out of this. And this, again, was off of the website for Joseph Magnus. And I have to do some substitutions because I didn't have all the name brand of the mixers that go into this. But in a shaker with just a half scoop of ice, because I guess they don't want you to water it down, we are going to add 2 ounces of the Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend. They call out Silvio Carta Vermouth, and that's an even longer name, D. Sardegina Rosa. It sounds like a sweet vermouth, so we're going to use a cheaper sweet vermouth, and this will have, for half an ounce, 2 carbs. I know that there's a big difference in the different vermouths, so if you want to get the more expensive ones, go ahead. Then this is supposed to have Condesa black cherry liqueur. Again, another thing I don't have. So I just went ahead with the Maraschino, Luxardo Maraschino liqueur. Now this, maybe it's not as sweet as the other one, I don't know. So hopefully this will work out okay. Then the bitters, and I am using this Woodford Reserve orange bitters. They actually call for a smoked bitter, and I don't happen to have a smoked orange bitter, but this drink does get smoked, so that should work out. So 2 dashes, which I assume will be about the same as 2 droppers of the orange bitters. And it actually says to stir. So I probably should put that in the mixing glass, and stir for 60 seconds or until well chilled. And then we strain that without ice into a lowball glass. It also calls for 3 maraschino cherries. I'm not using maraschino, I'm using these Peninsula Premiums, which have 4 carbs per cherry, and we'll just put 1 cherry in. And I think that we probably should put this in prior to doing smoking with cherry wood. These Peninsula Premiums taste much better than the ones that they call for. But a maraschino cherry will have 2.3 carbs per cherry, I believe. But again, I like these better, so we'll do these instead. And then we smoke. And we're smoking with cherry wood. And I want you to allow this to be smoked for a full minute. Well, the smoke's coming out rather than going in, so we'll get that going a little better. And that should do it for the smoke. And serve with the smoke rolling off the top. So here is the smoked Cigar Blend Bourbon cocktail. That's pretty unique. That smoked cherry wood is definitely getting up into the nose and affecting the taste. Definitely a decent cocktail. A better vermouth would make it taste better, and a sweeter cherry liqueur, I think, would make it taste better as well. But otherwise, this is pretty good. So look at the description for the recipe, the information on Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend, and any other information that I put in there. I should have put a lot of that stuff in the upper corner here so that you can see that as we're going along. But definitely take a look. Give me a like and subscribe and share and comment and all those things. That helps to keep these videos going and get more people to see them. Really helping to build this community so that more people can learn how to make great cocktails and to do those without a bunch of sugars. You can use the sugars if you want, but for the way that I show here, I'm always trying to keep the carbs very low. And other than the cherries, there really isn't a lot in here. But there's about 4 carbs for the Luxardo. I don't know about the brand that they call out, but this is what I had. And there's 2 for a half an ounce of the sweet vermouth. So that's 6, 4 for the cherry. So that's 10. So 10 carbs, not too bad, but definitely got to keep track of how many carbs we get. So again, check out the description, like and subscribe, and do all those great things. So I hope that you have a great week, and you do remember to come back next week and see what we have in store for you going forward.